All right, so let's talk a little bit about no-shows, how to tackle no-shows, how to decrease your no-show rate so that more of your meetings actually show up to your sales calls. So the first main reason why I think people don't show up to the meeting is because they just don't see the value in the meeting, right? They feel like it's going to be a sales meeting. They feel as if they're not going to get value from the meeting. And so one of the most important things that you want to do is show them how valuable this call is going to be. You almost want to phrase it as if people should be paying for this. Like you want to phrase this as if it's in their best benefit to show up, almost like this is a paid consulting call where you're going to do a deep dive on their business. Now look, I don't expect you to do all this due diligence and put in this work and generate these reports for these people. No, but on that sales call, if you follow our sales process, we do go in depth on every single business owner, right? So we look at their competitors, we look at their Google reviews, we analyze their website, and we give them feedback on their website. So all of this stuff is extremely valuable, and we just have to share that with them so they don't feel like it's just, hey, we can get you more leads, or hey, I can build you a new website. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of interested. Okay, great, how's tomorrow at 2? Sure, 2 p.m. works. Like that's not a high quality lead at all, right? There's no value that you gave them. They have no reason to show up. Sometimes they forgot, other times they're just ignoring you. They're like, yeah, he's gonna sell me a new website, or he's just gonna sell me new leads. He's just gonna sell me Facebook ads. And then they're not interested. So the first thing you want to do is think about your automations. Do you have your automations in place? Once you have the meaning like text messages that send to them, emails that send out to them. Once you have hours imported, you should be booking every meeting inside of the calendar that we have inside the agency snapshot. Once you have that properly integrated and they're getting text messages, then you have the reminders out of the way, right? It emails them, it texts them 10 minutes before, many hours before, and so forth. So that should get rid of the people that just forget because we're texting them so often. The way that you want to show value is by telling them. So you, in this particular example, we book the meetings through Instagram DMs. Okay. Now, I don't know if you spoke to this person, right? So right now, all I'm doing is agreeing to a time and sending them a link to the Zoom meeting over Instagram DMs. So that's fine, but you have to still speak with them in person. You have to jump on a call, right? Even if they agree to a meeting, say, okay, great, I got you booked in, and then just call them. Hey John, yeah, we just confirmed the meeting. Just wanted to double confirm. I entered this as your email. Is this the right email? Like, find any excuse that you possibly can to call them. Hey John, yeah, so I know you just said you were interested. Just wanted to call you. Just double check. 4 p.m. works for you, right? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Right? And then you want to portray the value. So how do you do that? Awesome, John. So look, again, I don't recommend you do this over messages. I recommend you call them and you tell them this. That way it's a person-to-person interaction. Make some jokes to them, right? Become a human being, so that way they're way more likely to show up. Tell them something like, look, awesome, John. So look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at all of your competitors. I'm going to take a look at their websites. I'm going to take a look at their reviews. I'm going to do a deep diagnosis here for you, and I'm going to show you exactly what they're doing. In fact, I'll even be able to see who's running Facebook ads. I'll be able to show you the kind of ads that are running. And then I'm even going to be able to show you what we have, right? So if you're selling SaaS, you can tell them, and look, I'm even going to put together a website for you. You didn't pay me anything, but I'm still going to put together something for you. And I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to present it to you on what my idea, what my vision is for you. Does that sound good? John, right? Or Steve, whatever their name is. And obviously they're going to say yes. Oh, wow, okay. Wait, you're going to put together a website for me? Or wait, you're going to do a deep dive into my competitors? Okay, yeah, sounds good. So now, as you can see, it's genuinely compelling, right? They genuinely are sitting there thinking, this is kind of valuable. They're going to do a deep dive. They're going to tell me about my competitors. And again, for you don't have to do your due diligence, meaning like sit down and do all this. Just 2 minutes, 5 minutes before the call, just Google their business name. And whether you find something, point that out. Or if you don't find something, also point that out. Hey, John, so look, I'm going to just share my screen with you. And I'll show you, look, I Googled your company and I couldn't find you at all. I had to Google your company plus LLC plus this word, and then I finally was able to find you. Do you think your customers are struggling with this as well? Yes. Okay, boom. You started the sales call off with a pain point. So that's the due diligence that you want to do. And then again, you want this to be valuable for them. So even if they walk away and they don't sign up for any of your services, but because you pointed out that all their competitors have 77 reviews and they have 7, maybe now they're just going to be more conscious about getting more reviews. And so you genuinely help them from that call, right? And now you're also going to be top of mind for them. So if they do need services, they're going to reach back out to you. That is one of the biggest tips, is to give value. The other way you could do it is you can also infuse value by saying, Awesome. Excited to see you for 4 p.m. tomorrow. Can't wait to show you. I found something crazy in your Google reviews. If you find one bad review that they have, I would leave it open-ended like this. I would say, awesome. Excited to show you what I found. Make it instill curiosity in this message, because the goal is to get them to respond and say, oh, what did you find? Like, they almost shouldn't want to wait. Make it seem urgent. Like, they almost should sit in their chair and be like, wait, what? I don't want to wait till tomorrow now. Like, what did you tell me what you found? No problem, John. I'm happy. I think it's better if I show you, John. It'll make more sense if I show you, John. Right? Something along those lines. And you can see now he's thinking, wait, what? And he might know that he has some bad reviews. Or maybe they don't know they have bad reviews because the bad reviews are on Yelp. Or maybe they're on Bing, right? Or maybe they're on like a Home Advisor, like whatever other website. You can find this just by Googling them. It's so easy. Go to Google and just type in that company and type in their area. Company name plus their area. And you're going to see everything about them. You see how they look online? You'll see how their reputation is online. And just pick something. Even if their website doesn't have a phone number at the very top. I make that seem like the biggest deal in the world. Awesome. Excited to chat with you, John. I found something broken on your website. Excited to show you tomorrow so we can get this fixed ASAP. Right? Already. Is something broken? Well, not really. They just don't have a phone number. To me, that's broken though. If someone doesn't know the number they need to call to reach out to them, that sounds broken to me. Right? Something like this. This way, they're going to want to reach out to you. They're going to want to show up on the meeting because, as you can see, it's extremely valuable. Right? So take that into account. The other thing you could do when you're speaking with them on the phone is at the end of that conversation, right? So you give them the value. Okay, I'm going to show you blah, blah, blah. At the end, you could say, okay, John, I've got you booked in, and then just warn them, I'm going to send you a text message to confirm. If you can just respond with yes, it'll just stop the automations and it'll just approve you for the meeting. Can you do that for me, John? Okay, great, right? So you tell them what's going to happen. Hey, you're going to get a text message, right? And then you can even ask them. If you have a really high no-show rate, then you can do all these things. Now you want to ask him and say, awesome, John. So I got you booked in. And by the way, John, look, I'm going to put in a lot of work into this meeting. I'm going to look up your competitors. I'm going to really look into this, and I'm going to put in a lot of effort. And I'm going to present you my findings. Is there any reason why you won't be able to make this meeting? Because this is going to be super valuable. And then you allow them, if they want to skip, or if they have to check their calendar, if they have to do anything, you want them to do that, right? Before they just agree. Because I've had clients, right, with remodelers and like contractors, sometimes they just forget. They just don't even know what they're doing. They're like, yeah, 2 p.m. is good. They go off their memory. And I'm like, hey, John, is there any other reason you can't make it? He's like, oh, well, let me double check. They double check, and guess what? They have something going on. So it's also important to do that. Double confirm, right? Double confirm with them. Is there any reason why you won't be able to make the call? So if you do all these things, you're maximizing the chance that someone shows up. It's never going to be 100%. So that's also just a rule of